Hey folks, Jessica here. It is extremely early on the morning of May 15th. It is 2:40 a.m. as I record this. The character rebalance patch just hit, which is why I'm here to just check out some of the buffs. If you're not familiar with this, a whole bunch of characters got buffs, much needed buffs I would add. Characters like Fun, Black Knight, and in the case of tonight's video, Sicacast. So it's gonna take me, I think 13 turns, yeah, 12 turns to charge up Shiva. So I'm just gonna attack while I talk. Also, my grid is now on the left. I will put it up there from now on, just because people always have questions about what I'm running. Legitimate questions, and I sometimes forget. So I'm super excited about this balance patch because Six is, to be honest, in a position where he's probably one of the least desirable 5-star Eternals. It's really sad because he used to be the most desirable 4-star Eternal. He was the first one I made. He's the first one I 5-starred, and in lore he is supposed to be the strongest one-on-one fighter in the Eternals, so it's really awkward that he's in a bad position right now, or was until this patch. The issue stems from a number of things. He was really strong in the 4-star era because he could get to damage cap so easily and stay there. People's grids have gotten better over time, so getting damage cap is less of an issue now. And because of that, like, you know, evened out the playing field a bit. And then he was a selfish attacker. That's what he traded off to get to damage cap. And because of that, he didn't have a ton of utility or a ton of extra things that break the game. He could dodge forever. Like his 4-skill Legend perfect dodge for 6 turns was really nice, but there wasn't like a huge amount of utility or a huge game-breaking amount of damage that came off of that. It was defensive. So yeah, other Eternals just started outpacing him because they could do things like Oogie for multiple turns, or like super break the damage cap, or they had huge amounts of utility, or if they were Song, they had like a 1,000,000-hour paralyze. Exaggeration, but yeah, this balance patch hopefully helps. The other thing that happened was a lot of the fights now have been balanced around Summer Zoe, the woman herself, the game breaker herself right here. To compensate for Summer Zoe, a lot of bosses have AoE attacks, a lot of them dispel, a lot of them do plain damage AoE, and while that does target Zoe's strats, it also targets Six because largely the same thing, he doesn't want to get hit. To go over the changes really quick, we are still not charged up. His one skill, which is his damage cap up and attack up, is no longer dispellable. That's huge. And then it also clears a debuff when we cast it, which is also like a very nice bonus. His 3, which is his overtime damage cap up, or not damage cap, attack up, is now no longer removed by plane damage, so anti-Zoe things won't hit him that hard. And his Oogie now, instead of just giving mirror image, fears the boss for 2 turns, which is really big because I don't know what the land rate on it is, but like, I can't stress how big that is, because Six Oogie can Oogie a lot, since he multi-attacks so much. And then, let's see what else. Oh yeah, while he has an Echo up, he now when he has a mirror image up, he has an Echo. I want to say it's about 20-30% Echo. And he almost always has a mirror image up, because his Oogie gives him 2 mirror images. And yeah, it just does a ton of damage now. Oh, and the big thing is, his 4-skill, like all the Eternals have like a super signature 4-skill. How many turns we got left on Shiva? 2 more turns. So his 4-skill now, instead of being a 6-turn dodge, it got reduced to a 4-turn dodge. But while it's in effect, he attacks twice per turn. It's not a double attack, it's a double strike. So with like a guaranteed triple up, he will attack 6 times in 1 turn, which is so much damage. Oh, I love that damage. Let me get everybody up to full Oogie, so I can Oogie again, then I can Shiva. I want to Oogie so I can get everyone's buffs up. because I'm using a Parazonium, which gives a pretty significant multi-attack buff, plus also an Echo. So let me just get everything up real quick. It'll just take a second. Bear with me. Sorry, by the way, if the last video for Elysian hasn't come out. I'm working on it. I'll try to get up in the next day or two. I've just been, I always say I'm so busy at work, but to be honest, I am always so busy at work, so that's my excuse. Okay, let us go ahead and Bahamut, and then Oogie. This will get everybody's buffs up, so Parazoniums, and then also Darkshan's attack up. Just refresh to get through this. You've seen the attack animations, you don't need to see them again. Okay, here we go. Time to put all the buffs up. That buff. That buff. That buff. That buff. You get a buff. You get a buff. You get a buff. Look under your chair, it's a fucking buff. It's really early, sorry if I'm being weird. Ah, fuck. I didn't... I always forget Jean's buff takes a few turns to reach max potential. It doesn't matter, we're not looking at Jean's damage, we're looking at Six's damage. So, we'll miss this guy. And then give ourselves an Echo. Don't need to use the multi-attack thing. Blast him for good measure. And then, yeah, here we go. I will Shiva. Get some Shiva action going, and then let's see how much... Oh, important pro tip. Turn off your Oogie if you're gonna use Six's 4 skill, because Ooging actually is a huge damage loss. Sad times. So here we go. The numbers. Oof. 6, my son. There's the double attack. 28.5 million damage in one turn. Not trying to do any like super like intricate like damage cap breaks either. Oh man, there's so much damage. So I'm hoping 6 now. I predict 6 will now actually become like the strongest raw damage Eternal, which is good because Dark only has 1 Eternal. We'll see if this starts shifting the meta up a little bit. It will certainly make Dark's position a lot stronger. In the Dark Knight buffs actually are pretty... Sorry, Black Knight buffs. She's not Batman. I wish she were Batman, but she's not. The Black Knight buffs are actually pretty significant also. But yeah, our boy 6 is now in a really good position. I will try and get that last video up as soon as possible, but it is extremely late and I'm gonna take a nap. So I'll catch you all later. Bye.